Hello everyone, Sam Modeler here with another Guns review. We are now having summer holiday here in Japan and nobody's around, so I could make this video with my voice again. And this time I would like to talk about the newly released HGUC MS-06S Zaku II, aka Char Zaku II Revive. This kit was released on July 31st, 2020, or last week, in Japan with the price of 1,760 yen. And speaking about the kit itself, you might have already known that there were quite many Zaku II released by Bandai in the last few years, especially from SG Gundam the Origin line, and some of them were considered the best for 1/144 scale. So you may ask, why did Bandai release another Zaku II for HGUC line? Well, this kit is actually an update for the old HGUC Char Zaku II, which was previously released nearly 20 years ago. So, similar with RX-78-2 Gundam, which is usually updated regularly, the Char Zaku II finally got a redesign this year to celebrate the Gunpla 40th anniversary. And this is how the kit looks like after being panellined. And as you can see, while the overall looks were basically similar with the old Char Zaku II, the proportion is slightly better. This kit was intended to be as accurate as the original Mobile Suit Gundam anime series, so you will not see extensive details as Zaku II kits from Gundam the Origin series. Also, the only sticker came with this kit is the mono eye, so no marking stickers for it. While it doesn't have the details of Zaku's from Origin series, the SGUC Char Zaku II comes with grid color separation. There are 3 tones of red for the main body, head, limbs, and backpack, while the other parts are mostly black in color. The main features of this new kit anyway lies on the articulation and gimmicks came with it. Another thing, the construction of this kit requires no polycaps. Similar with SGUC Master, which was released last month, Char Zaku II is the 3rd kit since Gundam Beyond Global, which was released consecutively by Bandai without the use of polycaps. And from this point, I think we can safely assume that future SGUC kits will not use polycaps anymore. Anyway, let's talk about the articulation. The head of this Zaku can do basic movements like an ordinary high-grade kit. However, there is a special joint below the next ball joint which enables the head to look down and forward much further. I'm not sure why Bandai made it this way, but I guess it was intended to recreate the Char's kick pose as the one on the box art. And as you can see here, the head position is slightly advanced forward during the kick. Instead of ball joints, the shoulder on this kit connected to the torso by peg joints. The upper arms can be lifted quite high, rotate on their axis, and they have double jointed elbow. The spike, shoulder armor, and shields were connected by ball joints with extra joint at the base for wider movement. The most interesting feature, however, is the lower arms, which has double ball joints for the wrist to improve the posing, especially while using the rifle or bazooka. The torso is connected to the waist via ball joint. Anyway, there's another joint at the lower half of the torso which allows further movements of the body. The size of the torso could also be expanded and moved forward, upward, and backward because of extra ball joints inside. The combination among different types of joints makes the upper body of this kit to have superb articulation than ever. There are 2 types of skirts you can choose for the waist part. The first is hard type skirts made from PS plastic, as you usually see on any Gunpla kits, and the second is optional soft type skirts made from TPE material. Just like rubber, these soft skirts are elastic, which makes the legs to move freely for more dynamic poses. The construction of both skirts are pretty simple, and you can switch between them easily by disassembling the waist part. However, keep in mind that the attachments for the weapons on the waist are only available for the hard type script. Also, you'd better prepare a very sharp hobby knife for cleaning up the soft skirt if you want to use it. Otherwise, it may end up like the one I have. For the hard type skirts, the front skirts are connected independently by ball joints to the waist, while side skirts use the peg joints to articulate. The back skirt, however, doesn't have any articulation. The legs construction was quite similar with Zaku II origin version, with fewer details of course, and kind of inner frame inside. The ankle joint, however, was different, and the feet doesn't have extra joint as the origin version. The legs can bend more than 90 degrees, so kneeling is not a problem for this kit. Similar with shoulders, the legs are connected by peg joints, which enable them to extreme poses like kicking or spitting. So in summary, this kit has one of the best articulation for 1144 kit. For accessories, Char Zaku II comes with standard Zaku weapons from the original series like Zaku machine gun, Zaku bazooka, Hit Hawk, and an extra ammo round. The runner for these weapons came from HGUC Black 3 Stars Zaku II High Mobility type released back in 2013, and because of that you will get some extra parts. There were 3 clench hands and 2 trigger right hands for both left and right. You also get an open left hand, making it 6 hands in total. Finally, there's an action-based adapter for this kit, which looks pretty odd since it should be put in elevated angle rather than normal adapter which usually already available on the crotch of the kit. Another interesting thing is the shield, which looks similar with Zaku II origin. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems the peg holes are compatible with bazooka spare magazines of the Zaku II origin. Overall, with all gimmicks and amazing articulation, posing with this kit was really fun. The weapons could be easily put on hands or attached on the waist. The extra waist joints enable the hand to hold weapons easier. Anyway, the main highlight of the posing section of course is the famous Char's kick. After building the kit and pose it, it is clear that all new gimmicks of this kit was prepared to recreate the scene when Char Zaku II kicked Amuro's RX-78-2 in the anime. And it looks really satisfying to see such scene again, of course if you have the SG RX-78-2. And finally, time for verdict. To make it short, I would say that this kit is a nice update of the old Char Zaku II from the first Gundam series, which was released in 2002, with much better articulation, gimmicks, and proportion. The details and color separation were slightly better than the old HGUC kit. Of course, if you compare it with HG Char Zaku II from Origin series, this kit has much fewer details and accessories. Since the price is slightly more expensive than Char Zaku II of the Origin series, it is better to choose your preference before deciding to buy it. So, if you prefer Zaku II with more details and extras, probably you don't want this kit. Anyway, if you prefer the HG Zaku II with more classic looks but having tons of gimmicks, then this new Char Zaku II is definitely for you. So that's all for the review. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time with another video.